Hello, welcome back. Last time I opened the Dungeon of Legend, so this is available for me when I'm ready to cross a point of no return, which is definitely not now. We got like two things going on in the title of this room, and a lot more than that going on in the room itself. Alright, so what I was wondering is, on this fresh day, there's the button, could I perhaps have the insight I need to have in Castle of Earth? So let's try. Markings mean... What is that? Let's see. Black pluses on empty pressure plates must be held when they aren't already. Can I gain access to this block? Even if I could, statues would be awake, but yes, if I opened both of these, I do have two Terra keys right now. If I opened both of these, and started here... And that's a trapdoor. Still though, like technically... Okay, let's just demonstrate what I'm thinking. I guess I don't have to start from the other side for this. Sure, a lot of statues are angry, whatever. But yeah, I do get access to a monster block. That doesn't help me with anything, but I do. And yeah, so I could, well, I mean, with the angry statues there, I guess I'd have to drain them out first. Just pretend the rest of this isn't going on. So if I pretend none of the rest of that is going on, I do get to put the monster block into this grid. Okay, that's true. So I wonder if some of my thinking in here has been kneecapped by being reluctant to open those doors. So the new perspective for the day is just open the doors immediately and see if it leads to any new insights. So we got this backslash of statues here. Two slugs going back and forth in those spots. These plates need to be held. So do those. Some of those can be temporarily held. The red X pressure plate gets everything started and is dangerous to step on. While everything else is going on, one thing that needs to happen is that the sacrifice altars need to be used presumably by statues. I don't think these two do anything, they're just hallway guards that have to be killed as I walk by. This one... Oh no, hold on. Technically, both of these can be extracted. B, by having this broken and pulling it out of there. Then A, by being able to see through the lamppost. Okay. Does that open up any options whatsoever, though? Yes, some. How much do I have to hold to get the bomb bug across this? 4 things. Well, I mean, looking at this, red X has to only be momentarily pressed. Imagine if I used all 6 of these okay, so again, you can't put statue rubble in here because somebody has to be sacrificed on these. So the solution I'm doing must involve at most 2 statue rubble. Any more than that and the allocation is impossible. Not actually strictly true. Can I get these slugs out and put them on altars? Not easily, but maybe. That is how I would prefer to deal with them, I think. It's gonna poison up this area, but maybe that's fine. Okay, and remember, technically it's possible for this to enter the grid, and with these open... Okay, this door lets me come this way without disturbing the grid. However, I can also just do that and start here if I wish. This door, however, lets me actually push the monster block north and get it also into the grid. Problem with doing that is I'd really want it to be poisoned because I don't want it scaring the bomb bug while in, well, especially here or here. But not here either, really. That is, however, a situation where I could stand between the bug and the block, and then it would just see this block and run away from it and ignore the one behind me. So, as a refresher, overall goal in this room is to hold some combination of these pressure plates. Doesn't necessarily have to be continuous, but at the right time, hold them such that this door opens, which also happens with that? Oh, or I could just avoid this forever. Wait, and then these open? Well, no, I cannot use the switch to chase the bug south because that also drops this, and that's the final kill switch. Okay, anyway. So goal is, open this door, have these closed at the appropriate time, have this door open at the appropriate time so it doesn't get poisoned, get things in the right state so the bug gets chased, all the way through this zigzag. Somewhere toward the end of the room, I hit the kill switch, walk in here... Okay, right, and secondarily I must sacrifice some things. Somewhere toward the end of the room, once the bomb bug has reached this point, I can use the kill switch, walk in here, push that aside, pull the bomb bug, I guess I'll have shoved that north by 1 or 2, pull the bomb bug over and down so it can explode that so I can claim the star key. Because I can't break this myself, and that has to be the attempt that clears the room also. Okay. Standing between me and there is this grid that I've been unable to do any useful operations on. Let's ponder, what's the minimum number of things within the grid that would be required for the bomb bug to get through? One, 2, 3. Hold on a second. Slugs rotating around the outside. If I were to offset them such that they arrive at, like, plates on the same side of each other at the same time, that's not compatible with bomb bug going through, because they both get off at the same time and drop it in the pit. So for a bomb bug to traverse from here to here, this has to be closed, so that has to be held. That has to remain held for the entire duration until that is held. At which point this one stops mattering. Then this one has to remain held for the entire duration, prior to when that is held, then this stops mattering. Same thing true of this, then I can forget about these 4 forever. Next thing, this must not... No, this must remain held, yes. This must newly be held. Those are things I can do myself, with no other requirements next to them. This must not be held, this must not be held, this must not be held, this must not be held. That must not be held, that must not be held. Do these matter? No. They're just for convenience, I guess, so I can get in here once the room is actually solved. The flying snake is not an issue. Here's an idea, though. It could hold the bomb bug back. Preventing it from putting itself in danger for some time. That limits my movement, though. And why would I even want to do that? I don't know. That'd require the sacrifices to be made first. So Flying Snake could only help me in holding the bomb bug back. Or maybe being a sacrifice, except all the sacrifices have to be made first, so not that. Alright, potential sacrifices. Not really you. Technically I think it might be possible, but it's obviously no, because you have a different destiny. Both slugs could potentially be sacrificed. This is the only altar that's conveniently in line with that. How would I turn the others? If a slug comes out here, it's just going to go this way, and turn around where that is and go here, and that'd be fine. Okay, so both of these are sluggable. If I can send both slugs out this way. Those two will have to be statues then, leaving me with 4 statues remaining. Nothing in columns 3 and 4 require anything to be held. Columns 1 and 2 are the hold columns. 3 and 4 are the don't hold columns. Wait a second. Ah, this needs to be... This specifically must be not held. Yeah, this is a thing that is held and must not be, because a bug can't stop here. Wait, and... Okay. So I need a different mark for that. You're important. Instead of black plus, I will put white circle. No, that means explosion, usually. White diamond, that doesn't have an allocated meaning. Could just make it white plus, I guess, but I'm not. So that must be released. Right, and that was the last one that's currently held that wasn't marked. Yeah, this must be open, this must be open. As in, this must be released, that must be held at the time the bomb bug arrives here. Then past this point, that's just a check to make sure I haven't put anything permanent on these, and I'm not sitting on them myself. Okay. So... I could, in theory, have statue rubble in the 4 corners. If at this point, I could teleport statue rubble here, 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 and here. And put myself here. I would still have trouble getting this slug to turn that corner. This one, however, wait, no. I would simply have to break this. Both slugs would flow out this way. One would die here, one would die there. Because previously they'd be going in this loop. Okay. That's gonna poison up a bunch of stuff and also step on the no-no tile here. So that in itself is a problem. Also, I can't just teleport 4 statue rubbles here, 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 and here. Like, can I kill any corners? Ah, no. Oh, actually. Okay. Here's a thing. How possible is it... Oh, this statue's unusable. The question I was going to ask was, how possible is it to ever put a statue rubble on a corner not already occupied by an inactive statue? For this one, I just have to step here and kill, or step here and kill, and assume that the other things around it that would kill me are not there. Same for this. For you, the path I see is stand here, break this, awaken you, step south, lure to there, step here, kill. This one has no such path, but also in the process of looking at that, I realized, even though I can awaken this through the lamppost, that at most allows me to kill it here, 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 or here. Those are the 4 spots where it can go, and none of those are useful, because as soon as I step south from here, you are 1 tile away, and I can't escape. So yeah, since you have no sight lines that go anywhere useful, you don't count. Alright, so I'm down 1 statue from that inventory. That's going to mean... several things. When I walk down here, all of you awaken and you don't cooperatively stay on the place I want you to stay. I can't start the room from here. That's kind of what I want to do. That would help with a lot. Maybe. Okay, so there are potentially 5 statues that can be inside here or down here. My plan had been 2 slugs go down here, 2 statues go down. Ah, now so here's an insight. If I'm down a statue, replace with ferret. Okay, then who stands here? To walk all the way from here to here in 1 step, I need 5 things held. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think a sub-goal is get statue rubble in as many of these corners as I can. Although 4 is too many. Get statue rubble in up to 3 of these corners. Unless... Now, hold on. Remember that thing I observed about how... This has to be held continuously, while that gets held. At which point... Oh, I think I'm starting to see it. Aha! Suddenly the shape of this room comes into focus. At which point this has to be held continuously until that's held. This is a box which I do not open, but whose contents I shake around into the shape that I want from the outside. Okay, got it. I think I see what's going on now. You two I'm going to ignore for now, which might actually be safe. All of you awaken. Nobody step on the red yet. We'll get there. All of you awaken, actually, at the same time, if you could. You stepped on the red. You can do that for a brief moment, and that's fine. Alright, everybody who needs to be awake is awake. Slugs will get in the way of this process slightly. But I think that's alright. Do I want them to just look at each other somewhere? How about if they do that? Oh, you're about to step on red. If you're gonna do that, I'd better be ready. And I'm not. Actually, maybe I am. This might be fine. Please stay on red. Okay, I'm close to something. Hold on, let's do better timing here. What I want is this slug to make it here while that's awakening. Does this do that job? Yes. You stepped on red. That's okay, you can do that for one turn. Well, if that slug comes down there... Okay, here we go. This slug can leave. Red has stopped being held, that's okay. Now I have a line. Okay, so I think the additional thing I want to do here... Right, I have a line and coincidentally this is also held, so that would make it all the way through. The additional thing I want now... I can't release this right now, that would kill the bomb bug. But once it is here, then I reform my line. That requires move order to be cooperative. Okay, so that's not quite going to work as is. Anyway, so I think this is like the overall thing I'm doing in the room. So that's going to kill the bomb bug. What slug timing allows this? What is this? What am I trying to do? I don't know yet. I don't want to imprison it like that. I can also avoid the red for a moment, but I keep losing my ability to awaken. Do I want all four awake? Yeah. Unless I'm doing slug things. Alright, let's try something. Ooh, that's not gonna work. Okay, next mission. Make the slugs look at each other in a sensible spot. I think I want them, like, here and here. That's impossible, probably. Okay, let's get the slugs to meet each other first. Yeah, but then how am I going to awaken the statues? Alright, where do they naturally meet if they do it here? That's not a good spot. I need this... I can kill a slug to clear it. So the statues, once I'm done with them here, are the ones that are going on the altar, of course. I can't run a full circle all the way around. So I'm going to have to do this in a way that doesn't require me to. Well, I mean, I can do this now. But, that's no good. Okay, here's an idea. What if I awaken you from there? And then just kind of leave you in there. Bombug can move once. Once is acceptable. Slug is going there. In a place it's not allowed to go. Those are gonna see each other and get... Oh, not yet. There are several problems with what I'm doing here. How many of those problems are solvable? Where are the slugs gonna end up? Here. I mean, those spots are kind of okay. Not actually, though. And yeah, now I can't wake any more statues up. Feels like the implication is I do want all 4 of them at once. Much as I'd like to leave that statue, well, okay. Let's try this. Open the doors, leave, come back. By the way, let's activate that. I can restore it before I open those doors if I decide that's a bad idea, but now I'm on this side with this statue unawakened. Its potential is intact. Slug keeps doing things I don't like, though. Is there a timing where it's cooperative? I sent it north. I trapped it there. Dang it. Okay, so sit here. You didn't sit there long enough. Can I get one more turn on that? Like this? Stay? Okay. There still remain multiple problems with what I'm doing. Slugs are going to meet and face each other on these 2 spaces, which is sort of legal. But although I can do that, I'm short on the means to activate the red X now. So slugs meeting there was no good. Alright, so a lot of this now, if this is going to work at all, this comes down to timing what I do with the slugs. To awaken all the statues, I do kind of have to do, well, at least those 3 moves first. I can delay on the 4th if that matters. I can hold you here for a second. That might actually be good. Okay. Now, if you're going for that red, I'd better have somebody here, which I don't. So don't go for that red. Avoid it. Last statue awakened. You dodged the red. Can I get these 2 slugs to meet in the spot where I want them to meet? They're gonna go around in circles. Is that acceptable? No. But maybe I can make it happen anyway somehow. I have some control over what happens here. So right now the bomb bug is actually safe. If I wait, what will happen? It tries to move and is unable. It tries to move and remains unable. This is where I might need different slug timing, but also... Can I just tweak things to be like that for a second? Okay, yes. Yes, this worked. Slug is stable. That one's running over the red, though it's not going to do that again. Hi, you're in my way. Please stay out. If only the red were held. But also that bomb bug's about to die. Okay. So, hold the slug. Hey, that can make red go. Here we go. Hold just like this for a second. Wait until that faces east. It's a little hard to see with the black plus there, but it's happening. Timing didn't line up. That's no good. Okay, so my prime concern right now is to kill this statue. Next one is to get the slug back there. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Check it out. That works. Not anymore. Because now you stop. Can I improve the situation? No. Okay. Time to move that slug somewhere more useful. This one's gonna leave and you will die. Am I doing useful work? So that's turning around and changing its path. As long as this is there, you don't die. What do I wish to happen? Mostly I wish for a statue to be here rather than a slug, because the slug doesn't stay there for long enough. Also, I can't have these both do their thing at the same time, so you'll have to go up, but maybe I can change your cycle a bit. Alright, does this cycle any differently? Nah, same thing. Because I need both of these blocked at the same time, and I can't have that. Well, yes I can. Okay, right, so stand here, wait for that to turn, then move this here. It turned twice. Can I do it one earlier? Yeah, because of move order. It's like what happens in Disruptors. However, this is still no good. I mean, it won't kill the bomb bug, but it also won't improve anything. I can do this to do better than just simply not killing the bomb bug. I say as the bomb bug dies. That lets you move and then... Oh wait! Is this good? That is pretty good. Because right now, you're kind of stable as long as this is occupied. Okay, but I can't keep it occupied while putting something on the X, can I? I can try. That might be possible. Okay, that might be possible. It won't stay on there for long enough, though, so I have to direct another slug in that direction. I can never step here, so all I can do is slide this thing around. How much can I do with sliding that around? I can move the thing a little further. Yeah, so it'll go 2 tiles and die. Alright, I moved the bomb bug here too early. Let's try some different patterns. I mean, this just isn't really helping. Can I replace that slug with a statue? Should be possible. Yes, okay. That seemed productive. These two are gonna meet... No, not immediately. You'll turn back around. I'll send you northish. No, I won't. Okay. So those two slugs are in a cycle now. I want to convince them to meet here and here. Like, just look at each other here and here. How much capacity do I have to do that? Limited, but maybe some. Extremely limited. Okay, can I do a different... No. Oh, now you're gonna move twice again. And that will kill you. Okay, can I have slug A passing by and holding slug B just long enough to get the bomb bug here? It's optimistic, but might be possible. Okay. Things I can do to affect how these slugs move. Mostly just the thing I just did there, okay? They're not quite on their way to permanently meeting, they're gonna just get closer to each other. If I send you that way... it didn't really do anything. If I wait here for a second... That's sent like that, still not really in the right place, and then I permuted move order in a way that caused the bomb bug to die. This also has done that, I think, and I've caused the slugs to meet in a place where that's not ideal. Okay, I'm getting closer. I can't momentarily toggle this to somehow, like, insert that statue in via one of these channels or anything. Alright, did I need to do something while the bomb bug was further north? Well, you know what? Okay. I think that gets the key moves for getting at least to the point where the bomb bug is alive and there. Now I want to go back a few so it's here. I can't avoid it going there at the moment, actually. I'll have to disrupt some slugs. Fine to step on red at the moment. Just as long as this isn't held at the same time. Okay, if I can get the slugs to do the right things... Slugs operate these two, statues operate these two. That's my current idea. Slug... Alright, who are you? Slug A is heading for a bad spot, so I need to change the situation so it stops. I must allow you through there, that's fine. Just can't you have you coming, like, going the opposite direction in the same place as the other one. Okay. This is fine. How does this work for what I wanted? Maybe well. This might actually be good. Only issue is red's not getting held. Okay, is that held for long enough? Could I... Okay, yeah, so this would be my moment. Is that long enough for you to make it? Yeah, it is! There we go, that's progress. Okay. A reasonable start, a partial start, a better start. So many starts. Alright, hold red. And it is at this point that red stops mattering. Perfect. Although I can stand here because this column is already configured correctly. Here we go, okay. And as soon as... What are you connected to? As soon as that issue is resolved, for which I may want to head north... Oh, hang on a second, what's this? I need that held. Okay, that's very, very important. Oops. Okay, hold red, hold red, hold red, switch to black. Oh, check this out. If I can do that in this order, which I can't. If I could have stopped you right here for a moment. But that's not quite an option. So no, we're still racing. Alright, that means I need this held, which I can do. Then I just have to hope a slug gets there at the perfect time, or make it happen myself, but it's not going to. And I can no longer stop this train. I mean, if I do, that's what happens. And slug timing was not fortuitous for that. Can I fix the slug timing somehow? Like, I don't really get to wait on this at all. It has to be pretty much exactly those moves. It's at this point where I have some flexibility. Not enough, though. Well, okay. What if I'm going all the way around here? Oh, here we go. This might work. Can slugs meet? They met in the wrong order. Can I improve the order? No. Can I go faster? No. Like, I have to wait until then, and then I can't make it in time. Okay, did I need to have the slugs slightly differently synchronized? Getting that slightly different synchronization might be a problem. So what I did so far did involve them looking at each other at one point. Desynchronizing them, kind of, from how they were. Oh, and that makes this quite prickly. So I think my solution is currently dead. Is there a small edit I can make to bring it back to life? Like, could I maybe shorten the path of this one? Whoa, don't get on red for too long. Your path has been shortened. Yeah, but I can't do red while this is held. So I have to wait for that to be unheld, which then means I lose my control. If I wait till they're past, and then do this. Alright, so just corral that slug for a second. More than a second. Wait for this to go a little bit, and... Why? Why did that happen? Ah, because you moved, and that's illegal. Okay. I'll have to release the slug via a different mechanism. Okay, how's this timing? Worse. Or the same, actually. Yeah, I think that's the same, isn't it? Yeah, this just leads to the exact same thing I already did. Can't move now, has to be here. And I cannot... Wait, okay, so by switching which slug was which, because the move order happened to be different, I did switch A and B. Now they landed in the right places. Okay. Okay, now I just have to clear that off, and room is solved, I think. Still gonna have to shake the statues around for a bit. Ooh. Okay, so careful how you do this. I need to clear off this now, and I have exactly a little more than enough time to do that. Alright, just hold things exactly there. There we go. Okay. Now, I need to sacrifice some angry statues on altars, and that's gonna be a problem in itself, actually. Oh yeah, that's a big problem. Okay, well anyway, you're safe. I guess without breaking this open, I can already come in here and get you to your destination, except... Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I can do that. Right? Sort of. What's with this? Actually, do I have the ability to walk in here myself? I did not quite... Ah, if you moved. Okay. Let's wait a moment on that. Alright, now this additional statue juggling. So the bomb bug is through, yes. That's not the end of the story. I guess what I can do is... Oh, I'd love to clear this poison first. step there to do it and you would see me, though. See, so my plan was to kill one statue here and use that to filter the rest to where they need to go. Oh, that's a couple of types of problem, actually. Oh yeah, that's lots of problem. And use one of these other statues on the last altar. Okay, well... I can do this, and then nothing more. I'm required to waste a statue. Where the slugs are looking at each other... If I could just depoison some of these more. I guess after these statues are spent, I can push this monster block through, break those open... And the statues will be spent so I can't do the rest of my plan, which was to have one walk over this. Let's try some things of that sort. I mean, yeah, cool. Now how are you getting back to the sacrifice altars? I'm not. That's the answer. Let's try a different... Well, I can't. Wait, here's an idea. If these are unnecessary, but they are, I need them. If these were unnecessary, I could remove that poison, but if I'm removing the poison, then I don't need those to be gone anymore. Problems. Maybe I can extract a slug and use it on the last altar. That sounds incredibly optimistic. No, that's not available as a sacrifice. So that gets this one. The others don't get gotten. Just with this configuration... Hold on. What if I use... Oh, maybe it's more friendly if it's done this way. I'll bet it is more friendly if it's done that way. Oh yes, much, much so. Okay, there we go. That switch solves my problems. And the poison problem's already solved, and I think the room is too. There we go. Flying Snake is out. Hello, Flying Snake. Please come meet me. Hello, that was our meeting. Alright, Bumbug, come to me. There we go. On a fresh day, I figured out what I needed to figure out to get this done. You are gonna go in that poison, I've decided. You are gonna go in a pit somewhere, and slugs need to die too. Pow pow. And I can do this. I'm not going to even entertain the idea of saving any Terra keys. Or am I? When did I open this door? Because I absolutely could have done this. I opened that door at the very beginning, didn't I? I entered the room with the door open. Okay, so potential for a key save. Alright, well, I'm going to... Sure. This would have been clearable without having ever opened that door, because I have been able to traverse from here to here without opening either door. and I had a pattern at the end that would have let me kill the monster block. I would still have to open this door. That one is non-optional. This, however, could have remained closed forever. So if, at the very end of this world, I need to optimize for keys, here's a place where I can get some. My suspicion is that most of these doors are meant to be opened. Like, I could have opened this one and still, at the end, ended up with enough keys for the Hallway of Destiny. But I don't know that. It could be that I have to use all of those tricks, and I'm gonna have to restore back when keys are tight at the end. Maybe. But at least I know a room where I could save one. Alright, Castle of Earth is done. I did it. It's finished. Yeah! Alright. This was the day when I had the key insight to be able to do that. Want to try Earth Tower next? I've literally never looked at this, so sounds like as good a place as any to go.